What up, everybody? It's your boy PTK Bland back with another The Shop Podcast, episode 6 here. I got some of my good friends here. We're going to talk about gaming as usual, same time every Friday. We appreciate all the love, all the support, everybody tuning in to watch the show every week means a lot to me and my host here.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have any special guests this week. Everybody that comes on the show is special to me. In all honesty, I just have some of my just good friends here, people I game with outside of YouTube, and we actually game together. So I'm gonna just go around and let everybody introduce themselves. Let's go ahead and start with Anchorman.
Hey everybody, it's Anchorman here. You can check out my channel if you want. The Anchorman V, same thing, Xbox, everything else on existence. So.
Go ahead, Elite.
Yeah, I know what it is, man. Back again, it's Elite Gamer 9008. Shout out, man. I almost got 500 followers on Twitter, man. So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Shit, man.
Shout out to the squad, man. Welcome back, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go.
Go ahead, live.
Oh yeah, it's your boy Live Wire, and yeah, you know I'm that dude that bitch smack them bitch ass monkey ass ponies all the time.
You a mess, man.
That dude hilarious.
Leave it to him to break the ice. Goddamn.
Right.
All right, go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim. Tim there? Oh, he may have stepped away. All right, everybody know Tim Dog anyway.
Yeah.
So we go.
Tim Dog, right?
Yeah, everybody know Tim anyway. He may have stepped away, so I apologize for that, everybody. But we got a lot to talk about today. The first thing I want to do is I kind of want a public service announcement. There's been a lot going on with me personally, and I don't, nobody else here may have shared the same view as me, so I want to throw that out there as a disclaimer. So don't put this on them also too. When after I say this, so I kind of been going through a few different phases right now with gaming, and right now I'm in this space where I'm seeing a lot on Twitter, seeing a lot on YouTube about gaming in general, but what I don't see is anybody actually having fun playing these games anymore, and it's kind of bothering me, and I kind of want to just throw that out there. I mean, the whole reason why we do this is for fun. We do this to shoot the shit. We do this because we enjoy video games. All of us have different backgrounds, but every single one of us have one thing, one common denominator, and that is video games. Doesn't matter the platform. Let's completely forget about whatever platform it's on. It's video games in general. We all have a level of passion for video games, and that's why we do what we do. That's why we have YouTube. We're on Twitter every day and do things like that. So I just kind of want to throw that out there. I really want to reinforce the fact that that's what I'm going to be doing with my channel. I can't speak for these other guys here. They all great guys. They all have great content. But that's what I'm going to be doing with my channel. So if you're a new subscriber to my channel, when you come to my channel, that's what you're going to see. You're not going to see me sit up here and throw around these, fanboy type topics. I do prefer the Xbox platform, and I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I don't. There's nothing wrong with anybody that does prefer a platform, but I'm not going to be embracing those ideologies of I'm going to throw shots back and forth. It's a little asinine to me, to be honest, and at this point, it's kind of a broken record. We've done this before. I've gone back and forth with debates with people, and it doesn't matter at the end of the day, people. Whatever the fuck you do with your money is what you do with your money. You bought the console that you wanted for a certain reason. I may not agree with it, but that's okay. We can sit and have a general conversation about it. If we don't agree, we can agree to disagree, and we'll go our separate ways after that. So I kind of wanted to just put out a public servant announcement about that for me, something that I've been feeling recently. So let's get back to gaming, what really matters. So the first topic we wanted to go over here today, everybody, was recently Microsoft came out, and I just saw this topic here today about the Frank O'Connor. He mentioned he did an interview, I guess you could say, or he made some comments about Halo 5. He kind of alluded to the fact that it may be on PlayStation, and I'm not PlayStation. Sorry, I do apologize. It may be on. Sorry.
There goes Twitter.
Sorry.
Somebody had a heart attack.
Twitter.
I just killed like 10 people right now. I'm sorry. It may be on PC. I do apologize. It may be coming to PC now. I think this has been debunked at this point. I'm not exactly sure. I've seen some tweets earlier about Aaron Greenberg came out and said it wasn't. But I kind of wanted to get you guys' opinion on the comments that he made, and maybe even though we know Aaron's saying that now, is it a possibility down the line? And actually, does it even really matter? Being a fan of Xbox anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Elite. Go ahead and start, Elite.
Yeah, I really don't. I can see why people got the outcry with the exclusives leaving the console, but when it's all under one ecosystem, why does it matter? You know, Microsoft trying to bring everything under one ecosystem. So if you got Xbox, you got Halo, PC or Xbox. You got the game. I don't really think it matters.
All right, yeah, it's just giving more people options at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
it's
So
just
we'll go ahead and go with Anchorman.
I honestly, as it's Halo, I mean, this is their big ship, and I understand why people are having a problem with it. Mostly in that this is the #1 game for Xbox fans. I mean, this is just the biggest game that is exclusive to the console that's we've been waiting for 2 years at least. And to hear that it might be going to PC is just a bit too much for people to handle.
I don't get why. I honestly don't.
Oh, I mean, it's the idea like this is the exclusive game for the console. I why people have
But in a sense, I hear you, bro. I really no. I'm gonna let you finish, bro. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
the concerns people have, and I understand that. But on the other hand, if it's a situation where you have to wait like 2 years for it to come out, or it's going to be available on PC, I mean, ultimately the markets are split between there's PC guys and there's console guys. There's not a lot of mingling in between. Like, yeah, there's a disproportionate amount that you see on Twitter and on YouTube and that kind of stuff.
I think you're cutting out, bro.
Oh, am I cutting out?
Yeah, just a little
mic's
bit.
a little low.
The mic's a little low. Yeah.
One sec, I'm trying something else.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, you can run it back to as
I
far as
can
you
hear you.
started.
Just,
Yeah,
I can
you
hear
can run
you.
it back.
just speak loud.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All I was really saying though is that it's when you have the Halo 5. Halo 5 does come to PC. I mean, I ultimately won't care because I'm just gonna play the game, and at the worst scenario, they're gonna have to wait for it to go to PC. And
Yeah.
for big games, like if they're waiting 2 years for something to go over there, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good points. Good points. Go ahead, live. What you feel about that?
Well, I like I said before, I don't have issues with games, you know, wherever I can play them. But I think the main issue is a lot of these console focused guys, like they feel like if it's not on the console exclusively, then it's either it's some issue with you know, the whole console war. I don't have this point to argue with the console war, or you know, they just feel like I don't know. I guess they don't feel special anymore. Like, oh, it belongs to me, where it belongs to, you know. The crazy thing is, like, I had a conversation with this dude not too long ago about the whole, you know, consoles are dying, but it's not in the sense that you think. It's dying because they're going to change the fact that your console doesn't have to literally be something that sits in your house. That's the only reason why it's dying. It's not that people are not going to come home and still sit in front of the TV and play games. That's going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of you know, like Nintendo, if you hear what Nintendo's doing with their new console, that's the same thing Microsoft is doing. Instead of charging you for it, you already have that device with you. That's all they're doing.
They're just doing nothing but evolving gaming. Remember back when? Remember the consoles back then to now? We can stream from our consoles now. They're just keeping it going, and people understand why people have an outcry because it's hard to get used to stuff. Remember when the iPhone came out? Everybody's like, no memory cards. What the hell? I don't like it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, things take time, man. And when things evolve, people have to kind of ease their way into it. And you know, like you said, it happens, especially in technology. It's probably the biggest field where change happens because it happens so fast that a lot of times people aren't ready for it and they have to catch up. So I just think it's just another evolution of gaming.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of it in general. I mean, shoot, people didn't like the whole idea of a cell phone. They were like, wait, hold up, why do I have to talk to people when I'm not at home? No, that's stupid as hell.
Remember when the camera came, though?
Remember
when the camera came? People were flipping out. What do I need a camera on my phone for? That's stupid.
Yeah. So that's true. Great points, guys. Great points. So go ahead, Tim. What you got to say about that?
Well, I've kind of seen this for a long time coming. I think Frank, you know, he gives his stories. He gives the same answer, which he did on Halo MCC. Just the same answer all the time. He does not work for Microsoft, so it's just, you know, he's the developer of obviously Halo 5. He doesn't work for Microsoft. He has no bearing on what Phil says. You know, it wasn't. It's just I think it just got the debate started faster than it was going to happen. I think now it's out in the open. I don't know if Halo will ever come up. You know, they're probably watching this whole thing, and they have to make a big decision on their hands. Are they going to move on, or are they going to do what they've been doing? In my opinion, they're going to open it up. Microsoft's way right now is opening up the platforms. Putting Cortana on Apple. This isn't Steve Ballmer era, where it's nothing on theirs. So it looks like it's going to happen. How they do it is the question. The people are very passionate about this. The only valid point I see on that is that Xbox Live is free for PC. So that is kind of always going to be something that's always thrown out there. But overall, Halo, nobody's going to care in a year and a half on Halo.
Yeah.
We're not even going to talk about it in the news. I mean, we'll brush by it, but a year and a half this is going to go. I just think that in Phil's mind, he thinks for the gamer, or so he says, at least to me, and basically it looks like it's going that way, and he you take your games with you where you are. If you want to play a PC, people think that there's not going to be no $249 Xbox One PC deals. People are going to still buy Xbox, and Xbox is still going to be the main focus. They just put on Albert Pinello on the team. Guy's an Xbox. That's just an Xbox guy. That guy's not. These people aren't going to shit on Xbox. You think that they're shitting on Xbox by doing this because you don't have a fanboy point against another fanboy? Well, who gives a fuck? We're just moving on. It's been there, done that. That's just stagnant.
I think sometimes they talk about oh well, if it goes to PC, why would I get an Xbox if I could just get it on PC? Well, guess what? Guess what, motherfuckers? How much does a goddamn PC cost? And you relay that shit back to me.
It's ironic how everybody has a powerful gaming PC.
On top of the fact that we got to forget about, we got to remember that it's ease of use. That's why I play on console. Yes. I don't have to worry about drivers. I don't have to worry about a bug or me getting a game that's half broken. And then I got to figure out, does Steam have a phone number, which they don't, by the way. Then I got to contact them and do this, and I can come in.
So how do you contact Steam? On forums?
Email, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they have a contact. I don't know. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I just know they don't have a number you can call and talk to somebody, which is unfortunate. But I can call and talk to Microsoft. I have a PlayStation. I can call and talk to somebody at Sony. It's not, or Nintendo even maybe. So it's just ease of use. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really get the whole. And this just goes back to the fact that this whole generation. People have been jumping off clips, and it seems, for whatever reason, I'm dead serious. I'm dead ass serious.
Oh, that's true. Every piece of news everybody has out.
Every little bit of piece of news that comes out, that somebody's just jumping off a cliff, ready to fucking shoot yourself in the head, or something going on crazy about, oh my God, this is, and it's everybody brought up a great point. I just really think it boils down to what Live said about ammunition. If I don't have any ammunition, if I don't have something that I can bring up that's going to counter the argument across the field, then where does that leave me? Where does that leave me? Like, if I don't have something to say, or if I think that they could use this against me, I'm not going to be happy about that. So I think this is kind of boiled back to what I was talking about when I started the video about what's really important. Why are we all doing this? If that's just what we're gonna focus on, why are we all doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like I never got that point. We all play video games. We all do this for fun, and I think people are forgetting about the biggest element of video games is just playing and having fun and having something in common with somebody that halfway across the damn country that in general you probably wouldn't meet that person. You know what I'm saying? I just think
having a good time on a game you enjoy with people you enjoy to play games with. That's all it's ever been.
I think you're right about that. It's just something that Tim was talking about a little bit earlier. I think, and I agree with him on this, I think that the industry is moving more towards a service-based industry. Like I can see next gen being something where Microsoft is trying to do a multi-platform Valve or Steam-like service where you can buy a game on their platform or their digital platform, and you can play it on an Xbox, you can play it on PC, you can play it on your mobile phone, you can play it on all across those things with the cross-buy, I see Sony doing more of like a Netflix style thing, where
Yeah.
all right, you get a subscription, you may pay a little bit more for the new games, but you can play it across multiple platforms. They get paid either way. It doesn't matter to them. It's slowly moving away from hardware. And like I see how if there is an Xbox or a PlayStation, they're going to be more treated like entry-level platform. Like, okay, this is the cheapest thing you can get and play it on. Here you go.
Yeah, but I don't know about that whole streaming thing, but I do see with the phones that they're making, they got a 500 gigabyte phone coming out and a 1 terabyte phone. What else are you putting on that shit?
Oh, that's right.
Microsoft.
Oh, snaps, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have a docking station and all that shit.
Games. Yeah, that's getting ready for games.
That's what I'm saying. What else would you put on there?
What you need 1,000 gigabytes of your phone for? Games.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man. So everybody made good points about that, man. So let's go ahead and move on to another topic. And he kind of, Tim just kind of alluded to what I wanted to talk about next, and this is just kind of an Xbox specific topic about Albert Pinello making that move. He moved to refresh again, Tim, on where exactly did he move from and where he's at now?
Well, he was like in post planning. He was on the Xbox One developmental team when they were building it. You saw him a lot on GAF, and he built the Xbox One pretty much.
Yeah.
And he had a kid, and he kind of just he went to a different thing. But he's always loved Xbox. But he kind of fell off Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But today, that he was announced that Ybarra announced he's on the platform team, which Pinello is really he's one of my favorites. He's top 2. It's like Aaron and him. I mean, they're just people who just are good people. Even Phil's great too. I mean, they're just really good people. But Al's just, to me, he was the realist when I talked, and that's what I like about him. Like, we talked for an hour at E3, and we talked on the floor at E3, and he knew backward compatibility was there, and he didn't tell me, but he said I was stressing, are they going to have something? He says we have something, so I remember that. But overall, he's really a good guy to have on the team.
Oh, definitely.
And we're worried about games and stuff like that. You got really the gamers running the division. I don't think that they're going to just kill off the Xbox One. I think that especially a guy like Albert who built the Xbox One, I don't think they're going to move away from it. Maybe the little changes here and there that you could play it on two devices, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy to have on the team. He was doing like post planning, like 3 years down the line, where Xbox One would be. But he went from big Xbox guy. It launched to some guy just hanging in the wind of Microsoft, in my opinion, just collected a paycheck because he's so great, doing whatever. Sure, he was doing it, but now he's back to Xbox. So
nice.
Really, really, probably the best news of the day. Well, it was the best news of the day.
Nice.
It made me
okay.
happy.
Yeah, and I remember, I've read about Albert Pinello. I've seen, earlier in his generation when the 360, but the Xbox One released, some of his comments he made, about them, when people are talking about the power gap, and he was saying that we're not going to give our biggest competitor that big of a gap, as far as power and resolution and different things like that. He was the one that was most vocal about that. So, what else do you guys think about this move? Go ahead, Lai.
Sounds good to me, man. I just want Microsoft to get all their ducks in a row. So anybody who's gonna come back to the team and make it strong and keep it going forward, that's all I care about, man. I care about the games, games.
Preach.
That's what I care about. The games, man. Like, at the end of the day, the console. Like, put it this way: if Xbox comes out a year from now and says, "Guess what? We got another Xbox," you just gotta trade in your old one and get the new one. You just pay $100. I'll be like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, trade that bitch in and get the new one. I won't even think about that shit. So I'm straight, man.
Yeah, cool. Go ahead, Elite. What you got to say about?
Yeah, I agree with Live, man. It's about the games for me. So if they can bring anybody who's gonna make that genre better, because you see what's coming. If they can bring anybody that's gonna make that better, I'm all down for it. If he's the man, let's go.
All right, what you got to say, Anchor?
I'm fine with it. I don't really have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Team, fine.
All right, cool. Always a great topic. Always a great topic. So I want to get into something just like let's get back to the games here. And one of the things that I just recently got put on too, we were just chopping it up before we got into the actual. We went live the podcast today, and Tim was asking us like, man, you guys seen this Everspace? This footage. It's a game. I think it's coming through ID at Xbox. It's a smaller game, smaller indie developer actually doing it. I don't know if you guys have gone out and watched that. I know the people here have, but anybody listening, if you haven't, I urge you to go to YouTube, type in Everspace, look at the footage. The game looks fucking incredible for it, especially for an indie game from a smaller team. And from what I'm hearing, it's just kind of an Xbox. It's making its console debut, and I kind of wanted to go around the panel. Just for me personally, I think the game looks fantastic. It actually looks like more of a double A than like an indie game, or made by an indie developer. So I think it looks great, looks fun to me. I want to go around the panel. We'll go ahead and start with Tim on what you guys think of this Everspace game that's coming out.
I really was impressed for it. It reminds me of an arcade game that I used to play called Afterburner, and I always loved that game. And this is like Afterburner in space, so with really good graphics. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. It's a German developer. They're using the Unreal Engine 4, but this is going to be a game that's going to be talked about. It's also going to be a part of the preview, I believe, which is huge.
Yeah,
which is huge. So everyone, check it out. I'm like I said, it looks really good. It's great sound design, and I showed these guys, and I heard their reactions.
Yeah, I'm looking at it again, man.
Yeah. I was about to say I got the volume turned on now. I was just amazed. I was like, wow, look at the way the ship moving and just everything is flowing. It's like a real fight in space. It's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm definitely checking that out.
All right,
go ahead. We get more indies like this.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I was. This is the type of stuff that's what I'm talking about. We got indies like this, like Ark, stuff that for the 360 that really pushed the hardware. That's the same thing that we need for like these consoles with the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
We just need that, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see it. I think the game looks really cool. Like for me, I'm playing a little game now. And I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. And for people who are also doing the lead danger thing, it looks like this game is more focused on the combat aspect of the game.
Yeah.
And so it looks like these two might complement each other very well. Where Elite Danger's is more of a sim, and this is like more of an arcadey game.
Nice. And I mean, graphically, it looks beautiful too.
Oh yeah,
another thing is it's running Unreal Engine 4, which is fantastic engine. And I don't know, I can see definitely them doing something like DLC add-ons, maybe ship packs and add on different worlds. Does anybody know if it's open world or does it have like a storyline, or does anybody know information on that?
I gotta get some information on it.
Okay.
It looks like a fighter. It looks like you fight. I guess there'll be scores of ships that you do fly around. I don't think there's exploration on the planet like No Man's Sky. It just looks like it's aerial fighting. What's beyond that? It just looks it's a game that really I hope that it hits off, because if you get some DLC or something on that, or just that developer, I just think that might be a really good developer, because that game looks that does not look like. That impressed me.
Me too. And you know what? Yeah. The funny thing is, Tim, this whole generation, we've been harping on indies, things like that. There's a lot of talented individuals making those games. Now, not every indie is created equal. We all know there's a lot of shovelware, a lot of shit that that we don't like, and it's just kind of they throw it in there for whatever reason. But there's a lot of talent, on those ID at Xbox games, even on the other platforms, on PlayStation 2. There's a lot of talent, and we need that to push the industry forward. These are going to be the people that are going to make the next big AAA games. So they need something to showcase. And a game like this, for like a starter game, like something like this, something like Cuphead, like those are games that like or like not groundbreaking. I guess so. Cuphead is groundbreaking just because of the art style
That
and
game's gonna
actual
be
game.
epic.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But a game like this is just it looks fun. It looks like you can really get into it. If they really push the space, aspect, and you can do different things and have a ton of different missions, and they really push maybe an open world type concept. I can see this really taking off and being a really good game, and maybe turning into an even bigger franchise down the road. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Cool. Like, I never underestimate a developer. Just that's one of those
Seriously.
things. Especially, like I found out Frontier Games, the guys who made Elite Dangerous, like a drastically different game than they've ever made before. I mean, these guys are the guys who made Connect
Yeah.
Tycoon. Like, they put together Elite Dangerous, a crazy awesome game.
Yeah.
Never judge anybody based on one game though.
Yeah, that's true. And I think we kind of give indies a bad rap this generation for whatever reason.
Because people just would pay attention to all the bad ones.
Yeah, well, I think it's because of the way it's set up, though. That's the only problem. They don't have it like the way they had it set up on 360 was so much better. Like you could just literally avoid the bad ones if you wanted to. Now you can't. It's like it's all mixed in. That's the biggest issue with it.
Yeah.
That's really it. Because before we used to have them all, like all the elite indies, they were all piled up one after another. You would just go through the Rolodex like, oh, this game, oh shit, look at that game, oh shit, I'm gonna play that shit. Versus now, you'd be like, what the fuck is this dog shit?
Like, huh? What?
Like,
$20 for this shit?
Yeah. It'd be like Halo and then like Buki the Fool and be like, what the fuck?
So, anybody have any idea? Is any speculation on how much this game may cost? Is it gonna be $20, $30, $40?
20,
Yeah, it's
25,
probably 20.
25.
If
I think the lowest will be a 14.
If it wants to be competitively priced, I don't think it can go over 40.
Okay. Yeah, that seems about the sweet spot.
How much I think Ark could be?
Art?
About 20. I think it's gonna be 22.
20, yeah.
I don't know. For the more ambitious games, I think 40 is always a safe bet.
Yeah,
because that's a lot of shit you can do in Ark too.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
game
game
is
that's gonna
nuts.
be on Xbox.
Right.
They're gonna have microtransactions. That's how they'll make it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So it'll be like $20 with like a pack, and you come with like all this stuff. But then it'll be like $10 for like your book bag and like some harness for your pterodactyl or something.
Another game I believe that's coming into the preview is a game called Project Solace.
Okay.
And
I heard about that.
take a look at that because I saw that on the floor at E3, and that impressed me the most. But like I said,
really?
I might be I'm a little bit of a fanboy for the space shooter, like that type.
Yeah, that
I'll
whole
get
genre.
No Man's Sky on PS4 when it comes out. I mean, I like that shit. So
Yeah.
you know,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
no wrong with it, man.
Project
Yeah.
Project Solace is actually something that you should look at. That's going to be in the preview too. So Xbox looks like they know what they're doing with this preview program. So that's good. It's good.
Yeah, I like the way they're going with that. So that's a good. They're making good moves with these indies. So all right, let's go ahead and move on with another topic that we have here. And as you know, the holiday season is coming up pretty quickly. It's already the middle of or pretty much the end of October at this point. And we got November, we got December left, and that's the biggest time for gaming, biggest season for sales, and just the gaming environment in general, industry in general. And I did see recently that Xbox had this crazy deal that you can get like a Gears Xbox or the Gears UE Xbox, and you get a 50-inch TV also too. And I kind of wanted to get you guys' opinions on maybe some of the things that are going to be going on around the holidays as far as some bundles, sales, any kind of maybe speculation on what the Xbox or even PlayStation is going to do, or even Nintendo is going to do around for the holidays. Any we'll start with Anchorman about some of these deals and things that we're going to see coming down the line from these consoles.
Hey, come back to me real quick. We're gonna try to reconnect since I'm cutting in and out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, go ahead and Elite. Go ahead and.
The best deal I didn't seen has been that Target Black Friday deal with the Xbox One. I think that's the Fallout, or was it the Fallout bundle or the Gears bundle?
I think Fallout is the free game. I think.
Yeah, and that comes with a 50-inch TV, LED TV. That's insane for $800. You can't beat that if you don't have a console.
That's true. That's a
TV.
That's a good damn deal. That's a
50
damn good deal.
Yeah, $800 by themselves. You get a whole console and 2 new games with it.
That's true. That's true. That's a good fucking deal, man. Thinking about that, crazy. Go ahead, live. What you think about the deals coming up, man?
The deals to me are okay. But Microsoft, please, please, please drop the price of that Connect bundle, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yo, they're killing me, man. Yeah,
To about what? To about 440, 430? What you
I've been
think?
trying to convince my wife to get another one, but yo, $500. Come on, you're killing me, yo.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Yeah, I think it's time to drop the
You should
price.
grab the Xbox, then grab the Kinect.
Well, they do have a bundle that's a Connect bundle that will get dropped. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, if it hits 400, I'm getting it. If it hits 400,
Black
I'm
Friday
getting it.
probably.
How much was the Lego bundle they have for the holiday? How much is that one? What's that? That's 5 too?
$349.
Oh, okay.
There's a Connect bundle. It has 3 games. It has it's gonna be. It was announced. It was one of the
Yeah,
bundles.
it was one of the bundles.
I think that'll be $399.
Yeah,
They should
see?
They should
Showing
give
all
that
this
love, or make it $349. I mean, I would.
Right.
It would be nice because Connect is still good. I mean, people just.
Yeah, I love it.
It's like it's today. I was with my coworkers, and one of the guys says he was telling me he told me that Star Wars was this is true story. Star Wars was exclusive to PS4.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I said no. I said no, it's not exclusive.
I would be like, huh?
Yeah, well, this is just like normal. I'm 39 years old. These are my peers. They don't know, they don't follow this. But that just goes to show you how the market sometimes can be confused or, think something that's not true. So I told him that it was on Xbox, and it sounded like he wanted Xbox. Then he was asking me about like the kids and this and that, and he liked the idea of the Kinect. And I told him, I said, it's 500, and he was like, he's like, obviously it made him think, but that's why I think that, if people try the Kinect more, I think it still could be it could not be just something that's killed off. Put it that much.
Yeah.
I like it. For multimedia, it's great. For Cortana, it's great. But yeah, it would be nice for them to make a $349 Black Friday bundle.
Black Friday type bundle, yeah. And it's something that, like, we talked about this a couple of podcasts ago about the market that they're trying to hit when they're doing this. Like, I believe Tim is absolutely correct. Live is absolutely correct. That they should drop the price just overall on that bundle with the actual Connect. But it's something that we talked about earlier about them hitting certain markets and them trying to position themselves this holiday to have something for every kind of individual gamer, for kids, for a family, for the hardcore gamers, for a lot of different people, and that's just one of the big things that Microsoft is doing at this point. So that is one of the bundles that they are putting out, by the way. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out.
Yo, check this. Just with the Kinect alone, with the Xbox One, I can give that to my parents that don't watch Netflix. And you know why they don't watch Netflix? Because they don't know how to fucking turn on Netflix. Yo, word is born. Word is born. They act like it's like the hardest shit in the world. But if my dad could just walk into the room and be like, Xbox, go to Netflix. Boom, problem solved. You see what I'm saying?
No, true.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. And people keep throwing out this whole the Kinect is dead and it's dying, and people once again, you know what I'm saying? People just kind of running with whatever they hear.
Yeah.
And, I get it. I get the concern. I really do, and I'm not harping on anybody, but let's pump our brakes a little bit, everybody, about this whole. The Kinect is going to evolve along with the console. Now, it's something that people called for this device's head at the beginning of the generation. I mean, the media, everybody painted in a bad light. What the hell do you want Microsoft to do at this point? Yeah, like, I mean, it was damn near doomed from the beginning. It didn't even get a chance to really get its feet in the door. Like, as soon as they heard Connect along with the Xbox, oh my God, that's why it's $500.
Right.
Fuck that. Fuck that thing. Like, get that thing away from it. And then they changed it. People still had an issue with it.
I was super fucking excited.
And they were just giving people options. But the Connect is going to evolve. It's still a great device.
It's getting Cortana.
It's getting Cortana. You can still use it. It's not like they're saying, okay, we're going to discontinue their Connect. They're not giving it the Vita treatment, where they just going to, this is a legacy thing, and we're going to this is the last time you're going to see this. You're still going to be able to use the device. It's still going to be involved with what goes on with the console. It's still going to keep changing. Just kind of pump your brakes a little bit with all the jumping off, everything and flying everywhere and saying, "Oh my God, this thing is gonna die," and I don't know why they're taking options away from it. It's just they're doing they got to do something with it. You want one thing and then they do this, and you want something else and they do, and it's really hard for them at this point to kind of position that Connect right now, because so many people had a bad taste about it before it even got a chance to hit the market. So it's kind of hard for them. What do we do with this at this point? Like, we got to do something with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that it might actually get a little revitalization if HoloLens. I mean, you talk it down the line. HoloLens working with that, and they had one thing working with it. Seems like that could be an amazing type experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a great piece of technology. It was, like you said, it was killed from the start. But we don't have to keep beating a dead horse. Maybe we can try to like the thing a little. It is good for kids. Kids love it. And it's good. It's good for adults that like to just be Xbox. Turn on. Xbox. Turn off. And you don't have to. It's just nice. Xbox volume up. Sometimes you don't have to find your remote or go to this. It's just okay. And they're gonna have Cortana, so I think it's still a good device. I don't know why I wish people would just try to like it a little instead of we know it's what it is, but it would be nice.
They act like you only. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. You good?
No, I was just saying that I think the reason why they had an issue with it is because they keep on saying it's like only for gaming. Yeah. Like once they have that stuck in their head, like, I gotta jump around and use it. Like, no.
But nobody gives it props when it does good things for gaming. I can yell my plays from Madden and they go through. I can yell stuff from 2K and it works. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The Connect works for games. People just don't notice it. They don't look for it.
It's more subtle things. It's more subtle. Yeah. You there, Ivan? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Let's get your opinion on that whole situation. You've been quiet for a little while.
With bundles, right?
Yeah, the bundles.
Yeah, I think the bundles especially, I think Tim was alluding to this a little bit earlier, where it's name association. That's what really matters right now, where you're basically saying, the way Sony's doing this correctly is although they don't have any real big exclusives coming out, they've aligned themselves with Star Wars, which is a huge acquisition, especially with the marketing going on with that, especially in the movie coming out on top of that. It's perfect to align themselves with a big game like that for no other reason than nostalgia. But at the same time, Microsoft has really just pushed their exclusives very hard, but they haven't aligned themselves with any of the other games that are coming out. And that was one of the big issues. I was like, they need to have a Fallout bundle because Fallout is going to be one of the biggest games this year. And is pretty much a shoe-in for Game of the Year. The only other contenders I can think of are maybe Witcher 3. But
Witcher 3.
Even then, Microsoft needed to work on getting their the third-party marketing deals.
Yeah, those have been a little shaky. Yeah,
they gotta make sure they capitalize.
They gotta make sure they capitalize on them. That's the difference.
I
mean, what you say?
No, I'm saying, when does that game come out?
What?
Fallout.
November. I think 10th, right?
Yeah.
Same day as the Raider.
Yeah. Are they gonna advertise for both? Is that what Microsoft's gonna do?
They got no choice.
I don't know. I haven't seen much advertising. I've seen some Tomb Raider stuff, but I haven't seen much for Fallout. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. They still got a little bit of time left. I mean, people are gonna buy the game.
Enough Fallout. You already know we're just waiting on it now.
Yeah, they're just waiting on it at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, okay.
I don't think they're dropping any ads until Halo drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once Halo drops, they're gonna be like, okay, we'll do everybody else.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to have commercials. Think about it. They'll have to have a Fallout commercial and a Tomb Raider. I mean, Tomb Raider is really under the radar right now.
Oh, it's super under the radar.
It shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be.
I'm telling you right now, I played Fallout 3. I liked it. It's a good game. And Fallout 4 is probably the front runner people think for Game of the Year, or it's gonna win it. But I'm playing Tomb Raider first. I know that I'm in the minority, but that's how much I like the last Tomb Raider. So and I like Lara, and I'm into the story, I guess, because it's fresh. Because I just finished the game like 2 months ago. I'm into that, and I played it in New York City, and it's clean, man. It's you're gonna sit there and play for 3 hours sitting down and liking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good.
I can definitely see it being a step up from the last game. So
Yeah.
all right, cool. I mean, great topic, everybody. I like that discussion, man. So let's kind of get on a different platform here. We don't cover Nintendo at all on my show. We haven't. Let's be honest. They haven't really been. Not much has been going on with Nintendo. The Wii U. That's doing whatever it's doing. But I know this is kind of old news. They kind of already discussed this, and it's pretty much conjecture at this point. But I never did get a chance to really talk about it. I want to kind of go over the fact that what are we looking at for this Nintendo NX? I know they had something that released, maybe like a spec sheet or like dev kits. They already were sending those out to like developers for the NX, and some news came out about it being more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. I kind of want to get you guys' opinions on that. Let's go ahead and start with Tim. Uh-oh. You there, Tim? Did we lose you?
I think we did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked like we lost him for a second there. All right. We'll go ahead and start with Anchorman about the Nintendo NX.
I honestly don't know, because all the stuff I've been hearing about the NX is mostly just, it's going to be a mix between handhelds and a console. And all I could think of is, you mean like the Wii U?
I've been saying that too. Plus, it's gonna play Wii U games. I'm like, well,
yeah. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It's all right.
My mic is. I have a Yeti. I don't know what's going on. It's like shorting out or something.
Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, and for me, like, I want to see. No one wants to see Nintendo come back and be go back to a GameCube-esque kind of thing where they're like being really serious, getting third-party support and that kind of stuff. No one wants to see that more than me. But I just don't see them actually doing it.
Yeah, and that's a point that I brought up too. Is that the console as powerful, and these are just speculation as far as the specs at this point. Nobody really knows. Nintendo said they're not going to even talk about the NX till at least 2016. So officially talk about it. They came out and made a statement about that. But the third-party support thing is huge. It's Nintendo's policies and the way they think about and go about gaming at this point that I had the issue with the Wii U. It's not the console. The Wii U is fine. I don't have an issue with the Wii U. It's just no third-party support. The fact that when they made the Wii U, they didn't really discuss it, the specs or anything with developers. They didn't give developers time to even make games for it. They just dropped it on their laps and said, okay, this is a console. It's out now. Now you can make games for it. They're like, wait, hold on now. We don't know what the hell's in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we making games? How are we going to make the games? And just kind of the way they're going about this generation. And with people still, those amiibos are successful. Nintendo is still making a lot of money. They're not in debt or anything like that. They're still generating a lot of income from that system. As much as the failure people say it is, they have, turned a profit. As far as with the games, Mario always sells well. They push back Zelda. I think that's probably going to be an NX title. I'm not sure exactly. Somebody let me know if I'm incorrect on that. Mm-hmm. But I just think the policies are what they need to change, the mindset, and that's the biggest thing for me. We're going to go ahead and move on to Elite. What do you think about the Nintendo NX?
It's all good and well if they throwing out new powerful hardware, but they have to make their characters evolve too. Because what's the point of having powerful hardware if Mario still look like Mario from Wii and Wii U, and it's just they have to make it count. They have to make us care. They have to make gamers go out and get that. They got to give us a reason, because we've already got third-party support. We support now with our consoles now. So it's all good and well that they're getting support, but you got to give us more than just that. You got to give us the ecosystem, the party chat, something. You got to give us something.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue I have with them. But go ahead, Live.
I mean, I think it sounds dope, but my issue with it is like the whole because they're gonna have a controller that you could like take with you, and it's like your DS or whatever, right?
Well, I don't know.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I've been hearing that too.
That's what I heard. But the only issue, it's basically like the whole thing with Xbox, right? Now, don't get me wrong. It sounds dope, kind of like what we have for the Dreamcast, but instead of having like that tiny little screen that you take with you, you take the whole controller with you, and you could kind of play like that. But if the console is going to be weak because of it, or they have to, they can't make both of them strong because that doesn't make any sense. What is it going to cost $1,000 for this thing? So I don't really understand how they're going to do that. Like, it makes more sense for me to have my games on my phone with my Xbox than have that, because at least my phone I'm gonna have as a phone, and then I could just play games on it.
Right?
You see what I'm saying? Versus me buying something that doesn't do anything but play games.
It's just an extra device in your hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, now I gotta carry this and my phone. Like, really?
Right. We passed that. We passed the PSP and the phone and the Game Boy. Like 60 handhelds in your bag.
So I mean, it could be alright, but at the same time, I think it's so past due that they kind of just gotta they just gotta leave that alone. Just make a regular console and just call it a day. If you're gonna stay in the console space, you do a regular console.
All right, what you think, Tim?
All right. My opinion is I don't think that they're going to be going third party. I don't think you're going to see Call of Duty, but it is possible. I don't know. I just don't know. I have no idea what the hell their plan is. I would really like to see what the specs are, and if they are going third party. Because if they are going third party, then that changes the whole debate. If they're not, then you might get a powerful machine that's just doing Nintendo games. So it sounds like they're going to have something with it, with a gamepad. So I don't really know. I'm so confused by Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know.
They have so much infrastructure. Like, their online infrastructure is
zero.
It's like zero.
Yeah.
It's like, when do you hear about Nintendo going down? Like Xbox Live or PS4.
It's never up.
I don't think anybody even cares to look.
So I don't know.
But
how
they was hyping it up when they made the Wii. Remember the Miiverse supposed to be something?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember playing that day, like the first day it came out. And I was like, wow, imagine this across the world.
Imagine if they actually did it.
Right. But they never started working from then. So how are they gonna do this? It's gonna have to be. It's gonna be a pretty strong, powerful machine, but I don't think they're gonna go third party, and I think that they're gonna have a game set with it.
Well, the fact that it's strong doesn't surprise me. This is 2015.
Right.
Those other two consoles came out 2 years ago. Technology just moves that fast. It's going to have probably better GPU, a better, newer, chipset, a newer CPU. So, technology just moves that way. That just makes sense for it to be more powerful just by default, because it's putting in newer hardware, that we have now. But like you said before, the biggest issue for me, there's no online infrastructure. We'll see what they do with that. Now, I kind of want to pose this question too. Now, Yoshida's not around, and we know Yoshida was more of a traditional Nintendo type guy. But they have a new guy there. I guess he was the head of. I think
Iwata.
Iwata. Sorry,
Yoshida died too.
I'm just killing off everybody there. I'm sorry.
Yoshida's trying to take over.
Iwata. Sorry. Iwata. Sorry. I'm sorry, man. I do apologize. But yes, Hiawatha's going, and they have a new guy here. So do you guys think that's going to affect which direction the brand's going? Maybe he's going to, embrace third party this time around?
Hell no. That dude old as hell. He going to die before you even get the job.
Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. No, but what do you guys, seriously though? Do you guys think that he may just change the direction?
If let's just say, are you going to buy Call of Duty on Nintendo? Are you?
No, I don't think they just had that identity.
Even if it's 1080p and Xbox is 900p, let's just say that.
Controller's going to be
controller.
The crazy thing is, I can't even see Nintendo fans buying Call of Duty on Nintendo.
That's the thing. I don't know. That's what's so confusing with me. I don't think that they should go into the third party market at this point as well, because nobody's gonna play Call of Duty on a fucking Nintendo NX.
If they get Call of Duty, they get Party Chat and all the stuff that come with Call of Duty.
Yeah,
they have to have infrastructure. They can't do all that this soon.
Exactly. So that's. I think we just answered the question. But are we going to see some sick Mario shit? Yeah, probably something really cool.
Can we get Mario with some damn dialogue? Can we have him talk?
Mario? Can we please get more than that? Can we get more than just Mario?
I think it's very I don't really know. I have to see what this is. They usually do come up with something that's new and innovative, so they have to have something up their sleeve. But it's going to be for the kid market. The kids are going to grow up with it. I think it's going to be handheld, something tie-in handheld with it, obviously, and you're going to do something unique with that. So
yeah. Well, shout out to I don't mean to cut you, but shout out to Jamie Moran. He's watching right now. He brought up a good point about what it may be like a handheld with a dongle for like a TV play type situation, kind of like Chromecast, or you plug something in and you can just use the actual device. And you don't have to play on the home console maybe, and then when you're done with that, you can just take it with you. Or I mean, it's just so much speculation.
That might work. Granted, that'd be something crazy in the hood, just walking around playing with that, but like, oh, got you for $400, motherfucker. That shit would hurt. Come on, cry to your mama for that shit. We're like, I told you not to bring.
He got my NX, mama.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird space. Nintendo has kind of been this generation. They've been like the third wheel, like say you went on a double date, and somebody brought an extra person. They're like the person just sitting there watching the other two people talking to the girls. Like they're just kind of in their own space. And at first, I kind of envied them because they weren't getting. Nintendo could literally do anything, and nobody would say anything about it. Nobody would make a fuss. Nobody would, there are no crazy headlines about it. No fanboy stuff back and forth about it. But now, I kind of think that they've painted themselves in this corner with with the Wii U and the way they've been going about not having this third party support. They've kind of weaned their fan base on that. Right. And if and Tim brought up a great point, if they reintroduce it, or Anchorman said earlier, if they all of a sudden go hardcore like the GameCube, what is that going to do? Is their fan base going to embrace that? They haven't had that for 3 years now? Mm-hmm. It's been about 3 years since they had something. Matter of fact, longer than that, because the Wii wasn't even a hardcore gamer console either. So they've kind of the last 8-9 years, it's been just Mario, Zelda, Kirby, Yoshi, Smash.
That was a geriatric console.
Yeah, and it's just I don't think at this point, and they can go we're gonna go balls to the wall, hardcore, party chat, every single thing. I don't really see that in Nintendo's DNA, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's
pretty much. Knocked it out of the park. I think that's right.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. So let's go ahead and move on. Probably one of the last things we're going to talk about here. And this is a PlayStation topic, actually. There was some rumblings going on. This is kind of the same thing with the NX, that PlayStation may be releasing a more powerful PlayStation. And I haven't heard much of anything. I just heard about this today. So I don't really have much reference to go off of. And I kind of wanted, if you guys have heard about it, I kind of wanted to get you guys' views and points on. What do you guys think about that? We're going to go ahead and start with Anchorman about that.
What was it again? Sorry.
The PlayStation 4 may be releasing a more powerful PlayStation 4 sometime soon. I'm not sure.
That's honestly one of the reasons why I'm being really turned off from consoles right now. And if it turns out that Microsoft is going to do do this whole PC ecosystem thing where like you buy every game and it's gonna be available on all platforms, and if Sony's gonna basically cut the generation in half, where every 3 years they're gonna release a new upgraded PlayStation 4 that's gonna run the games better. And the thing is, like, running it better is one question though, but whenever you say, okay, if you bought the PlayStation 4.1 versus the PlayStation 4.2, it's going to run significantly better, and it's not going to be 900p. It's going to be 1080p on a PlayStation 4.2. It's going to be a significant difference, and no one's going to be really on top with that. Like when they had the 360 Slim. The 360 Slim helped games run a little bit smoother, but they didn't increase the stats of it. There was no difference graphically between the original 360 and the Slim 360.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be that the PlayStation 4.2 or whatever we're calling it is going to have better hardware and developers are going to take advantage of it, I think there a lot of people who bought in the original console or people who bought it just now are going to be pissed. It's like, I thought I was getting the next gen thing. I thought I was going to get, like, why do I feel like I'm left behind already?
Yeah, that's true.
You would think it would be like that, but I put it in perspective like iPhones. You would think people would be like that with those phones because you put out 6 months later, 6S, the same shit. Only the cameras is 60 frames or something like that. So people will go get rid of their old stuff to get the new stuff. I just put it in perspective. Either you're gonna keep it or you're gonna get the new stuff. I mean, and then it's like they got a lot of flack for BSing about the 1080p stuff. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do something to fix it, I don't really see it as a problem. If people want it, I really don't care. I'm not getting it. I'm sticking with the PS4 I got, unless they put out some awesome ass game that I only can play on that new one.
I think the point that Anchorman was making is that like he said, you're cutting off. You're basically alienating people that have purchased your console. Now, we're going to do this in a vacuum. You're right about the fact that the reference about the iPhone 6 and 6S. There's really no difference between the phone, but millions of people go upgrade the phone in 6 months. And it's literally minor differences. But video games works a little bit different. Like, he's talking about a complete performance bump rather than some minute cosmetic change like the 360 and the 360 Elite. Now, the Elite ran games a little more efficiently. It was quieter. It was a little bit different, and it just was more of an efficient console. But the games ran exactly the same. Yeah, the games, but at that point they almost had to do something because of that situation. But the games ran exactly the same. They didn't look any different. You're cutting off some people that purchased that PlayStation 4.
So this brings my question, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Finish. Go ahead. Go what you saying.
Oh well, no. That's just I think that's kind of the point.
I agree. I totally agree. I mean, I see that. I see both sides. But what I'm saying is, if they choose to do so, it's up to the consumer to choose if they want to go that route.
Well, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. If people are going to go do it and buy it and purchase it, even though it's, the same goddamn thing, then that's on them. And that's kudos to Sony if they can fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? If people are going to go upgrade and they make more money, hey, that's more power to Sony. So go ahead, Live. What you think about that?
Man, well, I just thought it was going to be like, PlayStation was trying to make their version of like the Elite, where, it'd have performance boosts here and there, like it boots up games faster and shit like that. That's what I thought. That's what they meant. But if they're talking about a whole, like, the games will play better.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good point.
I don't know. It could be just like you said. It could just be games booting up a little better. The console maybe being a little more efficient.
It won't be all hot and stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm not sure. So we're kind of just throwing shit at the wall.
That's a good point, though. That's cool.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I thought. Well, because when I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, Xbox came out with the Elite controller, the Elite console. PlayStation has never really done anything. They've done iterations where it's like, all right, we'll make a slim, but it never actually changed how the console worked.
Yeah.
Whereas Microsoft has done it. What is this? This is the second time they did it, right? Because they did it with the 360, and now they're doing it with the X1. So that's the way I looked at it. But yeah, I mean, if they did do one, possibly, that bumped it up to like PlayStation 4.5. Even though I feel like this is PlayStation 3.5, but whatever. I'm just saying, if they did bump it up like that, then I mean, I guess it would be up to the consumer to decide if they want to keep like. But one thing I would say is they would have to give the person the option. Like, if you bought a PlayStation like 3 months ago, I should be able to come back in the store and upgrade if I want without you. Because otherwise I'd be like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dropping another $400 or whatever it is, another $450, however much it would be. So, good point. Go ahead, Tim. What you think about that situation?
I think this has a little legs to it, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I think it has legs to it is the guy who's an executive said that it's x80. He referenced x86 architecture. Now, the reason why they're doing this is not because they want 1080. Well, it is part of the reason, but it's not the real reason, in my opinion. The real reason is they're doing this is for Sony PlayStation VR. Okay, they're gonna be with. I think that they're
good point, Tim. I didn't think about that.
That they can have certain games run on version 2 or certain games run on version 1. There's going to be like 2, that is a little scummy consumer practice, but they can get away with it because it's new field. They want to be able to run games that it's very extensively on the PlayStation VR. You need a lot of power.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And since it's an x86 architecture, they could code the game and it'll run as it's running better than the competition on the original PlayStation 4, but it'll run different frames and a higher resolution on the PC. PlayStation version 2.
PlayStation version 2, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so they could market it as a 1080p 60 frames per second thing because the power that they're going to pack in there is going to be a lot. Okay, because their card is PlayStation VR, and I told everyone that this is going to be their focus now, especially since you have Phil. Basically, the whole market's changing. It looks like it's going to be a different kind of market. They're opening the market up to the PC. They're in their own space. Everyone is in their own, as you say, their own vacuum now. So they might be thinking out of the box, and this is something that they could get away with. Because it's Sony, and the media for some reason will just not go crazy. Because if Microsoft proposed this,
man, they would get murdered.
Do you realize
if
what would
anybody
happen?
else proposed, you ain't even got to be. If Nintendo
People
is
are jumping off cliffs right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Man.
And you got to think about it too. But my whole problem with that is that this generation is not going to last as long as the previous one. If you put out a new console that's more powerful now, that's going to leave you even less time. What's going to? I mean, I don't know where they're going after the PlayStation 4. I don't know if there's going to be a 5 or if they're going to go to the streaming.
I thought they said it's going to streaming.
Maybe, I'm not exactly sure. I'm just saying that if they do,
Sure they could.
say, for instance, just throw it out there that they're going to make an actual piece of hardware, PS5, let's call it. That's going. Where is that going to put you? Like, you have to. That costs a lot of money to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you've already put out this console, which is going to be more powerful than the one that you have. Like, where's that going to leave you in 2 to 3 years when Microsoft and, say, Nintendo's gearing up for their next console?
Maybe, like you said, they're going to go after the cloud. That's the thing. If Microsoft's not building a console right now, I'm telling you that right now.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying.
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is a risky move, but people sometimes make stupid moves. And usually with these cycles, Microsoft just made their stupid move 3 years. This could be Sony's stupid move. Or this. Listen, they have the market. They have Europe.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They could throw this thing on your face and tell you can only play a certain type of game with the version 1. But look at this version 2. And people will buy that version 2, and then eventually it'll be like the PlayStation 4.5.
Yeah.
But you'll always be able to play your games. It's just that Assassin's Creed Unity or whatever, the new Assassin's Creed, you'll be able to play 930 frames per second, dropping to 20 on your version 1. Version 2, you're running 1080p locked 60.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's x86 architecture.
Yeah.
So it's very real, in my opinion, because they are in their own vacuum. Microsoft's in their own vacuum. Nintendo, who the fuck knows? They don't even have an online infrastructure. Sony is just putting they're putting their eggs in one basket if they do this for VR.
Yeah.
And they want to get behind VR. The problem with version 1 PlayStation right now is the games you're going to get are not going to be Uncharted.
They're going to be Android games.
Right. If you get this new PlayStation version 4.5, let's just say whatever the fuck they want to call it, you're going to be able to play Uncharted on your face in that world, without those type graphics.
I mean, it's risky. It's definitely risky.
It is risky.
It's risky.
It's definitely.
I think maybe another reason why they're trying to do that is because of that whole DX12. We haven't really talked about it in a while, but we know that Microsoft improves their hardware through their software, and Sony really can't do that. So instead of improving your hardware through your software, just fucking improve your hardware. You know what I mean? And that'll be their version of DX12. They'll just get a whole new PlayStation.
I don't know. Me and I think Anchorman, he can back me up on this. I'm not sure, but we a while ago, because it's been a while since we talked about anything like that. But correct me if I'm wrong, Anchorman. It doesn't Sony, do they have their own version? I know there's Vulkan and there's another like API. Do they have their own version at this point? Is Sony, has they come out and said anything about what they may have a counter to DX12? I know Vulkan was stated. You have any information on that,
I
Anchorman?
think it was Vulcan. I don't know anything about it. I don't pretend to talk about stats and hardware and junk. I just go
But
like, yep, that looks
good. Well, no, just for the sake of the conversation. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they were, and it could be just the fact that they don't have the type of resources that Microsoft has. You know, they can't go and just say, okay, we're going to upgrade with DX12. It's a software update. It's not going to change the actual hardware. So that could be a valid opinion, but it's very risky for them to put all their eggs in their basket with this VR because right now there's not much of a market for it, and first of all, it's really expensive to pull off. It's not priced for the average consumer at this point. It doesn't make sense. You know, you're gonna spend $700-800 on a headset that you may need some extra parts for. You know what I'm saying? You may need a console. You may need to because with the Morpheus, don't you need the damn the controller, the light? You need all that other shit.
You need the camera.
You need the camera to do it, like to use it. So there's gonna be some extra things people are gonna have to pay for too. So that's another thing, Tim.
Yeah. Talk about spending money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And I can't see
Somebody
that price
got money around here.
Yeah, I can't see that price on VR coming down too much that fast. It may be. I think VR may be further off than. Well, no, HoloLens.
I'm cool with VR. Yeah, I'm all about the HoloLens. I don't want no VR.
Yeah, yo, HoloLens looks so.
Yeah, I'm all about that, man.
Yo, imagine walking in your house, putting on the little HoloLens shit, and your fucking hologram dog come up to you.
Right, it do more than gaming. I could put my TV screen on my wall.
That's what I'm saying, yo. I could put 5 TVs on my wall if I want.
Right. Watching sports, playing sports. What's up?
Yeah.
Yo, the fuck is limitless what you want to do with it. Yeah.
I wonder if you can stream the Xbox One through that headset.
Yeah,
like to your wall. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
Man, it will be an Xbox app.
Oh,
that's
man.
That'll be dope. All right, so so this is gonna be the last topic. I kind of want to end the podcast on a kind of a high note. We've been talking about Halo 5 for the last couple of weeks. You know, it's getting closer and closer.
Hell yeah.
And we talked about a little bit on the last podcast and how all of us are pretty much excited for Halo 5. So what do you guys think about just the fact that the game's getting nearer? Like, are you guys? Because I really feel like since it's kind of getting closer that it's tangible now. Like, it's an event. It's not a game. Halo 5 is just it's big. It's huge, and I'm starting to feel that momentum that is building up. And I kind of want to ask you guys' opinions on. Have you guys felt that too, like on Twitter, and just the fact that people are getting excited? I'm seeing Halo everywhere now, and everybody's talking about it. I kind of want to see you guys' experience on how Halo's been ramping up. We'll start with Anchor.
Halo has definitely been getting a lot of attention from the hype machine. This is the game that's been building up for 2 years. This was shown off at E3 2013, or was it the official reveal?
Well, the reveal was later.
I don't know. I didn't know if it was at the reveal or E3. It all kind of blends together in my mind now.
Yeah.
But either way, it's been 2 years in the running. People have been waiting for this game for a long time. This is probably the major reason people are coming back to Xbox, because it's like finally a new game coming out that is a continuation of a very, very popular franchise. And yeah, there's a lot more hype going around, and it's been nice to see.
Okay, go ahead, Elite.
It's the marketing, man. It's how they marketing the story. You know, it's the big question mark. So everybody's intrigued, and it's making hardcore Halo fans just go, you know what I'm saying, crazy good. All I've been seeing is unpackaging of consoles, and people been putting up their collections and stuff. It's just getting me pumped, getting me amped for Halo, man. It's that time. For me, I've been ready since the beta. Like I said, I'm trash at the multiplayer, but I have fun. I suck at it. But it's fun. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to have fun.
For sure. What you got to say, Live?
Man, the hype is real. The hype is so real. It's like Halo is the chosen one. Yes. It's like when LeBron was coming out. You know what I mean? And everybody was like, "Yo, this guy is a beast, yo." But then when he gets to the NBA, it's like it's been confirmed. Like Halo's about to come out Tuesday? So, and you ain't hear no bullshit about it, like, oh, this ain't working, that ain't working. Only thing you hear is like, oh, you might have to reset it because of the download. Like, what the? Like, why is that even news, yo?
Yeah.
That's what any game. I've been installing my games. I've been having to do it because of the dashboard. It's not really. You know what I'm saying? People just blow stuff out of proportion, man.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had to do the same thing for The Witcher. So.
Yeah. So what you think, Tim?
It's huge. It's number one all over the place, and this is I've never really seen a game this early on Amazon this high. You know, right now it's number one. It has the Halo console is beating the PS4 console. It's like 14, and then the Ultimate $99 edition is 18, and these have been sitting there all week. You know, like since. Wednesday, and this is just, and then iHattie tweeted me. It was number one in France. It was number one in Italy. It was like all these Amazon. So the hype is real.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. And people who've played it, they're all liking it. So this is looking good.
Great, man. That was a great topic, man. And that's probably gonna be the end of the show here tonight, man. We got a bunch of viewers in here, actually. Want to just say thank you for everybody to come out, watch the podcast. Shout out to everybody that's, chiming in on Twitter, everybody that supports us. I want to give a big thanks, as I always do, to everybody for taking their time to come on to the show. Everybody, from Anchorman to Elite to Live to Tim. We all got families, and you guys take your time out every week to come on and just shoot the shit with me, and I really, really appreciate that. I want to thank you guys so much that you guys are able to do this every week with me. So thank you, all four of you. So that means a lot.
Yeah, no doubt, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, so that's gonna be it from us tonight, guys. We'll be back here next Friday, same time, same place. You guys can tune in. I got another live show that I'm gonna do tomorrow, Tim, and I'm actually gonna, when we get out of here, I'm actually gonna talk to you about that a little bit afterwards once we get out of here. That I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. It's gonna be a live. It's gonna be great. It's one of the ones I had to push back early on in the week for everybody that knows that was planning on tuning in on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. And that didn't happen, some issues there. So I'm going to be doing that. But thank you guys for coming out, rocking with us. You guys have a great night. Anybody want to say anything before we get out of here?
Keep it gaming, man. Have a good night.
Get ready for that Halo.
All right, everybody. All right, man. We out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night. Thank you for coming out. We out.
Hey.